And now we move on to updating you on the big development in the Kanpur Shootout case. What we are getting to know is that at least 24 policemen are under the scanner for having links with gangster Vikas Dubey, whom the police have still not been able to nab, even after 3 days of that audacious attack on the UP police that killed 8 cops. Remember, the gangster and his men had killed 8 policemen in a bloody Maoist-style attack on Thursday. 3 more policemen suspected to have links with Vikas Dubey have been suspended today, taking the total number right now, in fact, to 4 cops in terms of the number of cops suspended. His call data records suggest that he used to talk regularly with some of these policemen, which include some senior officers of the UP police ranks. So that's the big revelation coming in today. Alok is reporting on the story. Alok Singh joining us live. Alok, it is of course now revealed that there is more than one mole within the police ranks. As many as 24 police officers are under the scanner for alleged connivance with gangster Vikas Dubey. What more do we know about their involvement in this case?
Well, Afrida, this is very obvious that this person is still absconding, and 3 days have already been passed. So obvious thing is that because he had a nexus with the police, and this could be the reason that he is hiding very easily, and police has not been able to reach out to him as of now. And the question should be raised against the investigation and against the police officers who were hand in gloves with him in various cases, what we can say, because what we are getting to know that he has managed to procure weapons, he had managed to procure properties, and in fact there are various illegal properties he was in fact having, and this is the reason now the government is taking action against him, and now they are getting many things which are coming out which are against the police officers as well. And that is a very interesting piece of information that 24 police officers they were regularly in touch with Vikas Dubey, and out of 24, 4 have already been suspended, in which 3 were sub-inspector level officer, 1 is constable. What we are getting to know on the day of incident, in fact, some of the officers have already talked to him as well. Not only that, senior officers above the rank of inspector, they are also in touch with him. But that what we can say, that because of all these nexus, he is able to hide himself, and it's already been 3 days past, and no lead has got by the UP police. Back to you.
Okay, Alok, stay with us. Let's throw some more light on the level and extent of investigation that is currently underway. What exactly is UP Police doing to nab dreaded gangster Vikas Dubey? Police has sounded a high alert on UP's porous border with Nepal and are scouring the border districts of Bahraich and Lakhimpur Kheri. Yesterday, gangsters' abandoned car was found in Auraiya. In fact, that's the information coming in on the Auraiya highway is where this car was confiscated. Hence, sources suggest that the Don may have crossed to Madhya Pradesh, taking the Chambal trajectory of the Gwalior-Bhind-Morena to reach Rajasthan. So these are the possibilities that are being explored. But further to these inputs, Alok will be able to tell us if anything concrete has come out of this manhunt so far. Alok?
Yes, Afrida, that is a very unfortunate part because no lead has got by the UP police in this case, and that is why they are increasing the reward money as well. In fact, what we are getting to know that his reward money has increased up to 2.5 lakhs as well. But if we talk about the process of investigation, yes, the police is relying on the human intelligence more because he is not using mobile phone, and definitely this is making some kind of difficulty in the investigation. What we are getting to know that, in fact, we are reporting from the day 2 of that incident when the investigation started that Vikas Dubey has a very good nexus in Madhya Pradesh's gangsters as well. So that is the possibility that he would go that place, and that is why why UP police has now sent the team in Madhya Pradesh's various districts where his possible hide could be. But apart from that, a team has also been sent to Bihar and also UP-Nepal border, because what we are getting to know that Nepal is one of the very easy staying areas of the gangster whosoever did crime in the northern India, and they usually try to hide themselves in Nepal because the border is very much porous and it is very difficult for the agencies to in fact nab them by going there and catching them. So all these things keeping in mind, the UP police is sending teams various places. We hope that he will be arrested very soon.
Right, so it has to be a multi-state probe in that sense. The police ranks of other states, at least Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan perhaps, will also have to be involved if what you're saying about spreading the net now across states is what is happening. Thanks very much for joining us. Let's in fact understand this entire process of manhunt that we're talking about. My colleague Apurva now joins me to give us an understanding. Apurva, 72 hours on, where is Vikas Dubey? That's the question we are asking, because this deep nexus between the police and the criminals have exposed that it's supposed to be perhaps the root cause of all evils in UP. And third day today, no trace of Vikas Dubey.
That's right, Afrida, and we're looking at, as you said, a multi-state manhunt that is currently on at this point to nab this dreaded gangster. What we're going to be looking at right now are several of these areas where the UP police is suspecting that this particular gangster could have crossed and perhaps gone to the other side. So first, we're going to be looking at those areas. Now, we understand that the police first sounded alert near the Nepal border because of that porous nature of the border. And hence, apart from that, they also looked at several of the adjoining borders at that point, which is Bahraich and Lakhimpur Kheri. In addition to that, they also sounded alert in several of the pockets in the Kanpur area. In addition to that, we're given to understand, according to the sources, the police feel that perhaps this dreaded gangster could have gone towards the southern side, towards the Auraiya highway, and that is important because they have also now sounded that alert near the Auraiya border as well, and crossed over to the Madhya Pradesh by taking the Chambal trajectory. And this trajectory includes the three areas that we're going to point out, which is Gwalior, Bhind and Morena. And this is the Chambal trajectory that perhaps this dreaded gangster could have taken to go to Rajasthan. So this is the entire trajectory that the police is also looking at, and hence this area is also being looked at very closely. Now, according to the information that we have received, the last known location of this gangster was tracked near Auraiya, and this kind of cemented more suspicion because they found an abandoned Ford car which they feel was Dubey's getaway car. Now, as we're talking about a multi-state manhunt that has been launched, in addition to what the UP police is doing right now, we're also looking at Madhya Pradesh police, which has also sounded alert in several of the districts, which includes Morena, which includes Bhind, and which also includes Gwalior at this point. So this kind of gives us an idea of a massive manhunt that has been put in place with almost 3,000 police personnel, as you said, Afrida, who are working right now to nab this gangster.
Yes. Right. So we'll have to, of course, keep a close watch on the developments there. We'll leave it at that for now. Stay on with us, Apurva. Let's also talk about the number of skeletons that are tumbling out of this closet in terms of the expose that is happening of the nexus. Now, in the interrogation, a suspended SO has revealed that a day before the shootout, gangster Vikas Dubey had assaulted, slapped and humiliated a station officer of Chaubepur. After the assault, the Don had also threatened that cops, if they ever try to harm him, will be made to pay a price. He said that the entire place will be strewn with dead bodies. The assault too, in fact, this is the kind of threat and intimidation that was resorted to, and all these details have come from a suspended SHO. That's the important detail. And another thing, in fact, also that we are looking at are the number of questions that are being raised at the moment regarding the probe. Because today we are in a situation that things have come to the extent where the UP police is now investigating its own ranks. 24 officers are under the scanner for their links. Let me go across to Apurva once again to quickly put out for our viewers the big questions that we are raising out of this entire saga, this entire nexus that we have exposed, and also now the probe that we are talking about. Apurva, the big questions on this story.
Absolutely, Afrida. As you pointed out, there are several skeletons that are now tumbling out with this entire case, and also there are many details, very murky details that are really coming out, which leads us to 5 unanswered questions, and these are important because there are no answers to this. That is also raising a lot of questions on the manner in which this entire incident has happened. Question number 1 is, despite the fact that this is the biggest manhunt ever, how is the dreaded gangster Vikas Dubey still managing to evade the cops at this point? It's been almost, 72 hours that we're looking at. Multi-state probe that has been ordered. 3,000 policemen who are part of this manhunt. So far, he has managed to evade all of this. Question number 2 is, why is the news of the area's SO, as you pointed out, being assaulted by Dubey a day earlier was kept under wraps? Nobody knew about it. It was only now that the details are being revealed, and we understand that there was an SHO of the area who was being assaulted and brutalized by this dreaded gangster. The third question remains, how did a complainant even manage to file an extortion FIR in a police station where Dubey in fact ruled at that point? So this is also another question that has now been coming out. The fourth question, which is extremely crucial, is why was the area's DYSP's request for additional reserve force not acceded by the senior officers? And this is also important because several questions are being raised as to whether the policemen who were killed in this entire encounter, could that have been avoided because they were completely caught off guard? And there is also concerns of how perhaps the area's DYSP's request for additional force was also not acceded by the top officials. And the last and the final question is, there is a 2017 interrogation video of the STF which shows Dubey naming several politicians. It also includes the sitting BJP MLA. Was he being protected at this point? Does he have links to top politicians? How is it that all of this is being going unnoticed despite a 2017 interrogation video that is there in possession of the STF, which clearly shows this dreaded gangster in fact naming all of these politicians in the video?
Absolutely, and you rightly said, bulk of these things have gone unnoticed, which you have just revealed for us, and unreported, unquestioned, which is why we put together these big questions for our viewers. Thanks, Apurva, for joining us. But there's another aspect that we're looking at from the perspective of an eyewitness account, and this is no ordinary eyewitness, but the SHO of Bithur, Kaushalendra Pratap, who's who was present there on the day of the encounter. Even as the wanted gangster Vikas Dubey remains free, the cop who was present in the encounter site and got injured later spoke about the entire ordeal, and what he recounts is how the police was ambushed with gunfire the moment they arrived, and how most injuries took place in the first round of firing itself. Let's listen into it.
पूरा घटनाक्रम इस तरह से है। उस दिन जिस दिन घटना हुई है उस दिन सबसे पहले मुझे SO चौबेपुर द्वारा फ़ोन से सूचना दी गई थी कि एक दबिश में चलना है। तो हम लोग जो है दबिश के लिए यहाँ से अपने थाने से करीबन 12:30 बजे के टाइम पे निकल गए थे, और निकलने के बाद में वहाँ तकरीबन जो है हम लोग 1 बजे पहुँचे हैं। जैसे ही पहुँचे हैं तो पहले तो हम लोगों ने गाड़ियों को अपनी गाड़ियों को जो है वहीं नज़दीक वहाँ से करीबन 150-200 मीटर जो है पार्क कर दिया था। तो पार्क करने के बाद में वहाँ से हम लोग पैदल गए हैं। जी ही हम लोग पैदल पहुँचे तो रास्ते में उसने एक JCB लगा के रखी थी पहले से। वो JCB लगा कर रखी तो वहाँ से हम लोग जो है एक-एक करके जैसे ही उसके घर के नज़दीक पहुँचे हैं, तभी अचानक क्या हुआ, हमारे ऊपर जो है ताबड़तोड़ चारों तरफ से फायरिंग होने लगी। चूँकि अचानक होती हुई फायरिंग से हम लोग अपने आप को बचाने के लिए एकदम से जो है जगह जगह पे जो है आड़ लेने लगे और छिपने लगे। और जो ही हम लोगों ने अपने आप को थोड़ा सा सुरक्षित महसूस किया और फिर फायरिंग की, लेकिन चूँकि टारगेट जो है हमें नज़र नहीं आ रहे थे, क्योंकि हम लोग नीचे की तरफ थे और वो लोग ऊपर की तरफ थे। और पहले ही राउंड में जो उन लोगों ने फायरिंग की थी उसमें हम लोगों के मैक्सिमम लोग जो है इंजर्ड हो चुके थे। बस यही घटनाक्रम है। बड़ी मुश्किल से फिर मैंने जो है 2 लोगों को, मेरे साथ जो 2 लोग थे, एक अजय सेंगर, अजय कश्यप, इनको गोली लग जाने के कारण फिर मुझे इन लोगों को निकालने की जिम्मेदारी मुझे ज़्यादा लगी। तो मैंने इन लोगों को निकालने का प्रयास किया और अल्टीमेटली मैं अपने प्रयास में सक्सेस हुआ। लेकिन हमारी टीम जो है वो एकदम शांत बैठ गई थी। शायद इसी वजह से जो है उनके साथ ही इस तरह की कैजुअल्टी हो गई। दूसरा ये कैजुअल्टी के सबसे कारण एक ये भी रहा कि वहाँ पे हम लोग टारगेट को बिल्कुल देख नहीं पा रहे थे और टारगेट हमको ऊपर से अच्छे से देख पा रहा था। हमारे ज़रा सी मूवमेंट पे वो हमारे ऊपर फायर कर दे रहा था, जो कि शायद हमें गोली लग जा रही थी।
reward on the head of history sheet Vikas Dubey increased to 2.5 lakhs. Office of the Uttar Pradesh Director General of Police has released this information, saying that the reward for anyone who gives information on Vikas Dubey is now increased to 2.5 lakhs. My colleague Alok Singh reporting on this. So Alok, that shows that now UP Police is in fact doing or trying every trick in the book to kind of nab Vikas Dubey, whether it is expanding their network of investigation to other states or increasing the reward, but none of it yielding any result, at least as of now. Can you update us with the latest progress in the probe?
Yes, so that clearly tells that how much UP police is clueless about this gangster, and that's why they are increasing the reward money. That first they announced the reward of rupees 50,000, then second day they increased the reward money to rupees 1 lakh. Now after 3 days they have increased the reward money to rupees 2.5 lakh. So definitely he has become one of the gangster who is having maximum cash reward for his arrest. But as of now, what we can say that definitely police is completely clueless, and this is the reason that they are increasing it. But let me tell you that there was a list of other associates as well, and these associates are 18. One of them has already been arrested. Remember, we had reported a day before yesterday that one of his associates was gunned down in fact Kanpur only, and he was also the rewardee of rupees 25,000. So UP police has also announced the reward of the associates who were involved in the gun battle with the police that happened on the Friday we asked, and these are 18 people, those who are already on run, and police is also trying to reach out to them so that they could get the lead about Vikas Dubey as well, but they are also out of reach of the Uttar Pradesh police. So that is very shocking that police is not able to arrest these 19 people as of now, that include the Vikas Dubey, but still we believe that that definitely he will be arrested soon.
Absolutely, and like you've been reporting, if 24 cops were in cahoots with him, perhaps his escape may have facilitated. It must have been easy for him with that kind of connivance existing for him to escape out. And till today, he hasn't been traced. It's been 3 days, over 72 hours. Alok, thanks for giving us the latest details. We take a short break here on the broadcast. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay with us.